I don't
But dude,
know.
I'll rip it right out of your car right now. I got no qualms with
I
that.
like my car being not ripped apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said we could take it out of his car.
Ooh, yeah. Kids, don't try this at home.
That's a dead rat, dude. Good morning, and then welcome to season 3 of Build and Battle. We're up to day 4, I think it is. Jamo and I had the motor put in since last night, and we're working out the little kinks. First kink today is the belt. This motor comes with AC. The AC used to sit right here. Obviously, we're not gonna run the AC, so the belt system has to change a little bit. The power steering, which is right there, the pump, used to sit up here. We're gonna try to put it where the AC was. We have a little bit more clearance on the intake, and we maybe put the throttle body right around here because it's on the wrong side.
Oh, good morning, guys, for another day of Build and Battle. Got our car. We got the front end off, all the junk we don't need from out of the bumper. Alex is making some really good progress on the rear suspension. He made like this awesome pannered bar here. He already got started on the outer links as well. But he's also got this really cool blinging handbrake.
Dude, it's a hell of a deal on eBay.
Right?
We'll get a feel for where this bad one needs to go, which is probably right there.
Rad. I'm gonna be working on the engine back here, possibly get going on a cam swap, guys. So I'm gonna hop off the camera and get to work. It's gonna be a long day as well as an exciting day. So let's get to it.
All right, so we're back on set today. Big day. Motor's getting taken out. Fixing a couple things with the mounting. What else are we doing today?
I'm gonna tear that motor down.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Did you guys know the mileage on this thing or not?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Well, it came out of a Honda Accord in Japan, and it was automatic. So we're thinking some little old Japanese lady drove her kids in it. So
Super respectable.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if it was a Honda Accord from like, I don't know, New Jersey.
no.
Yeah.
It will be stolen.
I mean, statistically, yeah,
definitely
probably.
stolen.
Probably.
Definitely.
This is probably structural because there's reinforcement. You could see it inside.
Oh, you
here.
could see it poking through, yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Josh, there's some interesting stuff going on back
I
here.
was just about to grab the camera.
Oh, nice, nice.
Perfect timing. What's
What
happening, Rod?
I'm looking at this, ready to go in, but really I'm looking at this right now.
Yeah, we're doing some surgery right now. I had to flip the block over because I want to pull off the oil pump. We slide our oil pump out, get our timing chain set off. We can pull that cam out and prepare for our cam swap.
How many miles did this thing have on it? Do you know?
He told me it was about 140,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's not looking too bad. For
Not too bad.
140,000 miles, man, like,
Yeah.
it could be worse. I'll let you get back to it.
That's not good.
These rod bearings are looking pretty solid. Ish. Ooh, not on the crank.
Yeah, a little sketchy. Started off as just a cam swap, and check this out. There's our little cam bearing, just hanging out. You can even see it down here. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
look at that. Suspecting it's shot metal throughout, so you can kind of see a little bit on the rod bearings here. You can see a little bit of some scratches. It's actually not too crazy bad, but on the back sides of the bearings, it also doesn't look good as well when I was pulling it apart. Unfortunately, this little cam swap has now turned into a complete engine rebuild. We're gonna go ahead and just put new bearings in the crank, put new rod bearings. Hopefully I'll have enough time to like really do it right, like plastic gauge everything, get the clearances right. And this is full-blown open heart surgery now, unfortunately. So,
Unexpected.
Unexpected, yeah. So
Dang. Well, rod bearings aren't too bad of a budget hit.
no, like I wanna say, off the top of my head, depending on brand, we're probably gonna be looking at 150 to 100 bucks in main bearings.
Okay.
And I think another like $80, $90 in rod bearings. It's been a minute since I've really actually like bought main and rod bearings. You know, we'll just bearing it up and let's just cross our fingers that it rips for, you know, the competition.
It's an LS. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Hefty.
It's pretty heavy duty. There we are.
Yeah, they look all right.
Yeah, the mains look great. This is it. This was my problem.
That's the culprit.
Definitely some wear. It's
Yeah.
already showing the copper in there. Ooh, this is cracked.
That thing shoved a bunch of different metal shavings all over the place, huh?
All over the place. I mean, I'm glad I caught it now, to be honest.
All right, I'm gonna come up in this engine room right here.
Head looks pretty good.
Yeah.
No carbon buildup, no oil residue. Everything looks good. Might pop the valves up, check the seats. Thing is, we don't got tools. Let's take the springs out.
Oh, so you have to improvise.
Yeah, this is my first K motor taken apart. Seriously, everyone knows back home I don't do Hondas.
I see the guides look okay.
The guys look okay. I looked at the guys, they look fine. I don't know the stretching on this chain on these motors. They all chains do stretch.
If you got the motor apart, you should replace that anyway.
You should replace the tensioner. You get the tensioner, you should definitely replace. The chain, you should definitely replace. The guides, definitely replace. Anything plastic when you're taking it apart, just replace them.
You might as well.
Might as well. Head bolts, yes. Head gasket, definitely. You don't need gaskets on the timing cover, on oil pan. 90% of this motor is all silicone.
But you guys are all budgeted for all that engine rebuild stuff, the chain, the gaskets, everything.
No,
You
I'm
guys
not
are
gonna do it.
Oh,
I'm not gonna do it.
That's
right now,
cool.
I'm just gonna knock out the pistons and check that out and take it from there.
have this reassembled by end of day.
It's done already. No, yes, yes.
So we're gonna be welding now. We're gonna be using this machine here. It's the Miller Multimatic 220. A lot of times you go the new place and you're using a welder and it becomes a little difficult because every welder is a little different. This thing, it gives you a thickness material. You tell it what wire you're using, it automatically sets. It's pretty dummy proof. Therefore I can use it. It is a MIG welder and a TIG welder. I've worked with other dual purpose machines other than the Miller one, and so far this has been the best one. The other machines would be a great MIG welder and not such a good TIG welder. This is a great MIG welder and a good TIG welder. It does both excellent. And it's also 110 and 220 voltage. This is cut. Last night we had the motor in, but we figured out that it needs to be clearance a little bit. We're dropping the cross member here. This is an 1/8 inch piece of steel, hence the setting on the machine, 1/8 inch. I'm gonna weld this plate in and then make these two plates, and that will be our box section for the cross member, and then we're done.
Designing our lower control arm here, you know, you got to find a base point, so you pretty much got to kind of make a lower control arm no matter what. So basically kind of did a rough measurement here. We'll put our two bends on here. We'll have a straight section here. We'll bolt that up after I tack weld our rod ends onto this tube, and then I can work on the second bar, which connects over here. It's going to need a gnarly bend so we have clearance for our wheel, because it's going to need to turn like that much It's probably like 65 or 70 degrees, just like that. And hopefully we can make that happen with a good lower control arm design. That's an issue. We're gonna have to bend that. We're gonna have to put a bend into this. This is like our primary tube on our lower control arm here, this straight section. We're gonna have to put a bend right in the middle because our knuckle, we're gonna bottom out the rod end, or basically run out of angle on our rod end if we just make it straight. So forget how much angle that has on it. It's gonna add a lot of complexity to this because we're gonna have to bend both of these bars and they're both gonna have to meet up exactly right there, or it's gonna be a total pain in the butt to make this thing work. This is fun. That's good. I got it at 16 degrees and I went at 15. The old eyeball looking pretty good. Now we just gotta figure out how to get the damn thing. So we're getting closer to our final product. You know, the thing about making an angle kit on a car like this is you just kind of inch it in. You just one step at a time. You gotta keep getting it closer and closer to the final product.
Let's see what Soupy's doing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Notch Japan.
Wow, nice job. Look at that.
Once the motor gets back in the car, we can set it in the right position, finish off our mounts.
That's the notch you made? Nice. Nice. Boxed it out and everything, huh?
Yeah, man.
But right now, I got the head on the table and I'm trying to change the valve springs with no tools. Getting the keepers out is easy. You could just hammer the top with a socket, they'll pop out. They'll fly all over the place. We got the eBay special pistons. No forge, just cast. No tools for me to do any kind of measurement, bore measurement. Locks in this way, goes in that way. Is that supposed to be normal for a K series motor? I don't know, man. This is gonna be fun.
Go.
Kids, don't try this at home. 15 slides right through. A lot more cutting to do.
What'd you guys just do there?
We filed some rings with a grinder. It's not normal. This is not good. Hell no! More.
Look, yeah, but it's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Let's
see again.
Yeah, just gotta position it.
Well guys, it's been a long day. As you can see, it's nighttime. Been putting in work today, especially on my engine that we got going on. Got a lot of metal shavings on the block. Obviously I cleaned it all out. We cleaned up all of our parts here. Alex got our super fancy handbrake in there with these this cool mount that took him a good bit of time. Man, that just looks factory, Alex. Like, dude, you just killed this handbrake mount. I already got our block outside here that I gotta load up into my truck that we're taking to CBM tomorrow, because we gotta remove the existing cam bearings to install the new cam bearings. CBM has always helped me in the past and they're really, really good guys and they do really cool stuff. So I'll be heading over there and Alex is gonna be working away here and I'm gonna try to get back here as soon as I can. I'm gonna be over there like first thing in the morning, try to hustle that up, get it done so that we can start putting the motor together.
Let's see what we did today. Motor's all apart. There's some rings in here. Our original plan was to put some pistons and rods in here, but that's not gonna happen.
Those Chinese pistons did not want, nope.
The pistons that we had ordered were oval, so those are not going in there. But we did finish the oil pan, and we figured out how we're gonna do some valve springs tomorrow. That's our contraption right there. That's our homemade tool, little notch. Tomorrow's another day. Hopefully we get the motor back in tomorrow. Start it up by Friday. Monday we test, and
It's Friday.
yeah, we'll get it in tomorrow. Monday we test,
Wait.
and then the rest of the week we just hang out.
Venice Beach?
Yeah, we're gonna go hang out at Venice Beach.
Yes.
I'll see you guys at the beach.
Come to hang out with me. Help fix my neighbor's car.
Yo, this gonna suck. Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Push, baby, push. All right, slowly lift it up.
One. Why didn't we get an 8-valve head? This is a spring retainer. There's a valve stem that runs through here, and it goes right into the middle of this. And in order to hold the retainer to the valve, it uses something called the keeper. There's a hump in there, which falls into a groove. See, there's a groove in the top of the valve. This is where that sits. The way that works is there's two halves to a keeper, and the hole for the keeper is a cone. You have to push the spring past the groove, put the keepers around it, and because it's a cone, the tension holds the keeper and the valve together. So you have to push this down, get the two keepers on, and then lift it back up, and it locks it all into place. We're upgrading the springs because we're gonna be bouncing off the rev limiter, and if you have weak springs, you're gonna get something called valve float, where the spring is overwhelmed, and then the valve starts to slowly open, and then your piston tags it, and then your motor's done.
Howdy folks, Alex here to start of day 5. Josh isn't here right now. He's out getting our block, which he just took to get new cam bearings put in. Got the car here. I'm gonna be working on the front suspension. As soon as Josh gets back with the block, he's gonna be putting that thing back together. We got all our parts in for it, so he might even be able to get that thing done today. Gonna have the front suspension. If I'm really lucky, I'll have that thing done today, and I'll be way ahead of schedule. Had a little powwow with the other team this morning. They were real freaking out. They're giving me a lot of confidence because they're cracking under the pressure, but we're cool as a cucumber. We're gonna be getting this thing done in no time, and these guys are gonna have a heart attack from the stress. So, you know, I'm sitting pretty. They're really reinforcing my confidence, and let's get this day started.
That's it right there. Look at that. That is beautiful. That took no time at all, man. No time at all.
You didn't even finish one yet. You talked shit.
Finish one yet? Yeah, but
the other side to go.
Hey,
There's no engine in it. There's no rear end in it.
these guys are just so jealous, man. I can't believe they ain't chilling at all.
Okay, so Josh Mason just got back from the machine shop. What up?
I just got back from CBM. They installed our brand new cam bearings and whatnot. For them to do the work wasn't really that much, so they just saved me a bunch of time.
Of course. Bunch of time, bunch of money, and probably trying to tap these in with a hammer and a really long screwdriver isn't the best way to go about it.
No, not really. And plus too, it probably would have took me like 4 hours. These dudes knocked it out in like 30 minutes.
Nice.
So
Did they do anything else? I mean, did you
No,
even
that
get
was
the?
it.
You didn't even get the cylinders rehoned or anything?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm being an honest man right now. The only internal change we're gonna do some cam motion lifters with the cam, changing out the valve springs, and then as far as bolt-on mods, the heads are still the factory heads, the 317s that came with this block, but we're definitely gonna do a Holley high ram manifold with a 92mm Holley throttle body.
Rock and roll.
Yes.
You want me to help you get this out?
Yeah, probably.
Not gonna happen.
Check out our spring compressor.
Yeah, I was looking at this earlier. That's this is something of beauty. So you're using this to adjust your angle, right?
angle,
yeah. I mean, it worked. You didn't fuck anything up too bad.
No, not anything.
So we got dual valve springs. You said you had titanium retainers
Yes.
and okay. Yeah, this is great. And look at that. See,
That's notched, so
Yeah.
it doesn't slide off.
of course. So on a normally like a naturally aspirated engine, right? What kind of ring gap do you normally see? Like, what's the
Yeah,
difference?
like right now, this was stock on that. It was like 11,000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with a boosted engine, you want more ring gap to allow for.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much horsepower and what application you are. There's people that run 13,000s. That cylinder's gonna expand a lot.
Okay.
A lot of boost.
What else has been achieved on the car today since I saw you last?
Today was installing the valve springs.
Okay, so dealing with this nightmare here with your handmade tool.
Yeah, dude, this took us about 2 hours. 2 men on this.
So that's 4 shop hours.
That's
Shop owner stuff,
Yeah,
right?
right, yeah.
I've been listening.
Yes.
I've been listening.
He's
You guys.
gonna go back on fabrication now. I
Okay.
had to steal him to help me over here. The rest I'm gonna do.
Nice. Well, good luck.
Thank
I'll let
you.
you guys be. I'm gonna get
Thank
back
you.
to it myself.
Now it's gonna be orange. You can see it a mile away.
I just got done with the heads. So, as you guys seen, I did a whole little valve spring job here. I even replaced the valve stem seals in there and every single one of them. So they're pretty much good to go. But I got other fancy goodies up on my table that I'm gonna start getting prepped up and kind of like mock up. Here's our Holley high ram manifold with cathedral ports that we're gonna be using for our engine, as well as our injectors and these fuel rails. So I gotta put the O-ring in here and get this all bolted up. I also wanna mock up, our injectors into our manifold and get that all set up. So when the time comes and the engine's all done, we can go ahead and put this manifold on, bolt it up, get it done super quick. So it's a bunch of little things that need to have happen. I'm gonna get this manifold done. What up? It's Monday. My eyes are still half closed and I'm staring at the sun looking at a camera right now, but we got some goodies that just showed up on the dock. Bunch of NRG stuff. Man, look, we got some seat belts. Looks like some quick releases. Got some nice NRG seats here. Man, I really like this material. Hey, Soup.
Yo.
Check it out, man. We got some seats.
I know I saw when I walked in this morning.
Yeah?
Kind of psyched.
Yeah, it looks like these are your seats going in your car. My Halo's looking around there somewhere. See, we got some steering wheels too. Yo, check out the steering wheel. Suede.
Is that yours or mine?
I don't know if this is yours or mine. Jama.
Nice. Man. Yo, is this yours or ours?
I don't know.
It's ours now.
Oh, looks like we got some belts. Man, look how big this latch is. You ain't coming out of that thing.
I know, we gotta make the horn work now.
Looks like we got quick release.
You gotta work!
Does it? Is it already pre-wired?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
look at
already
that.
pre-wired horn.
Yeah, you're gonna need that for traffic. Yeah, we're just all like, we're like straight blackout crew. This stuff's dope.
Let me see the camera. How's that feel? Feels good.
Oh man.
You guys gotta work today. It's just, can we just take this to Venice Beach and just chill?
Just the seat?
Just the seat.
And just post
Right
up on the sand.
Get to work, boys. Let's go. Cars don't build themselves.
Look at that. He's psyched. He's way too psyched for Monday.
Cutting the manifold. It's facing the wrong way. So you gotta cut it, cap it, turn it around. Tech tip. Cutting aluminum, cast aluminum, wood blades. Fastest thing. Because the teeth are far apart and they don't clog. See how far apart the teeth are? You use a little steel blade and the aluminum will clog the teeth.
So 4.
So it becomes a center feed manifold.
Soupy.
Yes?
You sold some stuff, I heard.
Yes, yes. Dude's here. He's picking up his cats. Let's go. What's up, man?
How's it going? No. Here for the cats.
Cats?
Yes, sir. You guys working on that 350?
Yeah.
Seem good, man. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what he was telling me. Benjamin. That president's in his pocket now.
That's right. Back in the budget, baby. Back in the budget.
All right, I'm back here to catch up with the guys on where we're at with these builds. I missed a day yesterday, so I'm gonna see. Oh, what's going on here?
Going to put the cam in, and the cam bearing was too loose. So if it's too loose, we run the risk of possibly spinning the bearing again.
Okay.
So I was gently putting the cam in, and it just slid right out of the journal.
Oh,
So-
and this is after you got the new bearings in.
Yeah, the inside of the diameter is too small for the cam, and the outer diameter is too small for the journal on the engine.
Oh, you got to send the motor back
Yeah,
because pressing that in takes some specialty tools, or
it's a specialty tool, and realistically, like, to get a bearing, it's gonna take like a full day. Like, I've already looked it up to try and swap it here, but I don't want to waste a day, so I'd rather just send a guy out with the motor while I can stay here, help Alex maybe thrash
Right.
on the cage or a suspension component, because realistically that whole trip would take away 5 hours of my time. I'm still pretty okay. Like, I was really hoping to have like literally this motor 80% done by tonight. Unfortunately, this scenario put me back a good amount. So
Damn.
it is what it is.
That's
you
a
know,
bummer.
Not everything always goes smoothly and perfect like is planned, and sometimes it does.
it's all about how you walk through the fire, not putting it out.
Exactly.
Well, hopefully round 2, we can get this thing back out here, freshened up, new bearings and everything, and finally get it in the car. But in the meantime, looks like you guys still got your hands kind of full here,
Yeah,
so
we
can
don't
use
even
you.
have a cage in it, so
Yeah.
see if we can start putting a cage in it by tonight.
Nice. Did y'all paint the heads?
Yeah, that's Chevy art. Right now we're looking for some flywheel bolts. They're too short. I don't trust this. So I'm gonna.
Oh, those
check-
are the stock ones.
Those are the stock ones.
Okay.
Because this motor was automatic.
Oh,
short.
gotcha.
I'm gonna go see what 350Z has. Let's see, pull them out. Tell me it works. Tell me it works.
Nope.
This is a 10. M10. We need an M12.
1.0, right?
Yeah.
Is there a Mazda motor here? I think we're rotary flywheel motors, right?
There's no rotaries here.
Are you sure?
Nah, no
I heard
rotaries.
you guys are into that.
No.
Hurt. I seen him. He's a rotary guy, right? He said he had an RX-7, right?
Y'all see Hurt? We got a Hurt around? Hi, Hurt. Yeah, we might be buying something from you. We might need to buy some flywheel bolts off you.
Flywheel bolts? Off of what?
Off your rotary?
Off my rotary? I don't think I have any spare flywheel.
Where's your car?
Where's my car? Why off of a rotary?
Because it's the same size as the one on the K.
I don't
But dude, I'll rip it right out of your car right now. I got no qualms
I
with that.
like my car being not ripped apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's saying we can take it out of his car. It's an SR, that would work too. Yeah.
All right, guys, as you see, the engine is not in my little bay anymore. It's back at CBM. So that means I get to hop on with Alex's program here, help him out. I know he's doing some prep work for the cage. I know he was just working on, looks like the clutch pedal assembly and whatnot. I'm gonna get our little quick release steering mounted up on the column right here. But unfortunately, we don't have the piece that mounts from here to that shaft. So I found that the timing chain gear from our engine literally fits just like that, and somehow I'm gonna mount this onto there. I'm gonna get fabricating this thing. Hopefully it'll look pretty cool. Yeah, this will be pretty solid. And dude, like that hole, like this inside diameter is literally like dialed on those threads. Right. Take this off, I'll weld that sucker on there. Release, there we go. There's our steering wheel.
All right, we're gonna use the 1/2-inch Eastwood torque wrench. I set it at 70 foot-pound. That's what I'm gonna torque my flywheel bolts at. This one goes all the way to 250 pounds. We don't want the bolt that we put in there, the threads to stretch. You can't just go and say, hey, I want to torque this 50 foot-pounds. They'll stretch the threads in there. They got it in various sizes. They come in 3/8. This one goes up to 80 foot-pounds. Then they got the inch pounds, which is it's also 3/8. I'm listening for a click to tell me, hey, it's 70 foot-pounds. What I set it for.
Ready?
Yeah, do it. You heard that? That reached what I set it for. That click tells you to stop. I'm just double checking all of them. All right. We're good. You guys got insurance? Then go. All right, go up. There you go. It's gonna like not raining. Remember the drain plug thing? I was like, we'll be okay. No. Actually, I think Jamo said, we'll be okay. No, I did not.
Oh, you mean this drain plug right here?
That drain plug right there?
That drain plug that might be a little bit in the way. All right, it's the end of day 6, building battle. We're checking back with how the guys are doing. I know Team Camaro, Team 3rd Gen over here, you guys have run into a few little bumps in the road.
That's right, we have, but we're just gliding over it like a Cadillac. Look at what Josh did today.
Whoa. Are you gonna run a speedometer on your steering wheel to see how fast you're chucking lock to lock?
It looks like that. It looks that way. All you gotta do is add a sensor. Me and Alex really like went over the torque arm idea. We went over like a lot of that stuff, and realistically, I think it's just gonna be like a bunch of work, and it's gonna be a bunch of parts and components that we're gonna have to buy. So instead, we're gonna go with like a traditional 3-link design. This is like the inner part of the actual frame rails that I can run a tube across here.
Okay.
And the link will go through this trunk panel or firewall.
So that way you just get a link from the top, prevents that axle from twisting forward.
Yeah, we didn't really anticipate this because we thought the car was already gonna come with the torque arm.
Right.
And plus, like a 3-link to me is like better than a torque arm. Alex has been doing an awesome job plugging away at the cage.
Is that what I see right here?
No, we
Oh,
do all the boxes.
oh. I didn't spot this before.
Yeah, it's our first large
Wow,
arm.
that's some beef. That is a beefy arm right there.
She's gotta be beefy, she's a beefy girl.
That's true, that's true.
And I wasn't pointing at Josh. I'll make a jig of some kind to place all these heims where they need to go in the direction that they need to go. And then that'll help us put the tubes and the notches exactly where they need to be. So quite a process, but you want these things to be exactly the same on both sides of the car, or you're gonna have a big problem.
For tomorrow, get the engine back, get it to about like 80% done, and hopefully I can bolt it up to the transmission, start even fabbing up some engine mounts, or continue with the rear suspension. But it kind of like all works together just for the simple reason that that drive shaft is literally dictating engine and transmission placement.
All right, well, best of luck to you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, brother.
You guys are making progress.
Yes, we did today.
You got the motor in.
Motor's done.
Is it all mounted up? Are the mounts done?
Yeah, done.
Mounts are done, painted. I'm looking at this. You guys got a big old hole.
Yeah, that's what
Up in this manifold.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna center feed it.
Center feed the manifold, and then it's gonna come out here, turbo piping along here and out this way.
Okay. And the turbo is gonna sit
Somewhere around here. Right
somewhere around this here, this here area. But in general, you guys are pretty happy with the fitment. How this thing's looking in here.
Surprised. Strut bar fit.
You guys were saying if the strut bar fits, the hood fits.
The hood will close.
Okay. Oh, so this is the only part right here.
Yeah.
The
But I
tip-
think if you slam it down hard enough,
It'll
make a cowl. But
self-clearancing once again.
yes. But I think we're doing all right.
What's my harness? I'm working on the harness.
Oh, so
Laying it out.
five harnesses going into one.
Yep. I already start cutting up.
Look at that spaghetti.
Yes. It's gonna be fun.
How long do you think this is gonna take?
That probably take me a full day.
Just one day
One day.
to make sense of all this shit.
Yes.
But I think that's gonna be a challenge for the next couple of days for him.
Just getting that harness dialed in, troubleshooting every connection.
Yeah, because it never goes as planned.
No, man, when it's 5 different harnesses, I don't even know why you would begin to do that. That's insane.
What do you want me to do? Buy it like that? Buy a harness? What is that? Plug and play?
Plug and pray.
Plug and play. Ours is gonna be plug and play.
Yeah, ours definitely.
Theirs is gonna be a plug and play.
Like I said, this is that tough part of a build where you stop seeing a lot of visual differences, but like Soupy said, it's all about those details, and those small details now, if you do them right, that saves you a lot of time and headaches later on. So we're gonna check back with these guys tomorrow, do a bunch of wiring. Hopefully Josh gets his motor and keep seeing progress on these two things.
We're here. We got the Camaro. We're working on some stuff.
Got the hoop done, you got like 90% of the work
I'm
done.
gonna try to make one harness out of all this scrap. He made 8 of them.
Out of a jack handle.
Out of the jack handle.
Wow.
Hey, you better take a picture of the VIN of this block. Take a picture of it.
I hope you come back. Aluminum block, aluminum heads, and a supercharger on top.
Yeah?
I hope.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope.
CBM got all the goodies. I may have some goodies in my shop too.
I hope. You're gonna need it.
All right, oh, look at here. I love his confidence. I love it. Love it.